So I'm going to, what are we going to call this? Site basic. All right, so a basic site using HTML, CSS. I guess you could say right, and JavaScript. Yeah, that's good enough. We could just leave it that. Oh, make it public. If you instantiate it with or create it with a README, then you'll get it'll create the repository for you, and then it makes it really easy to come here and you can just copy out your URL. So then in here, I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and open up the terminal here. Let me get this open up here. All right, so I'm gonna change over to, I have a GitHub directory that I put all of my git clone will actually go out and pull down this empty repository, and all that is this right here. It's just this empty, just a place that we can store code, basically like a file system in the sky. So that's not a big deal. We can kind of talk about that more, but now that I have that, I can go ahead and let's change into that directory. What do I call it? Sites basic Twitch. Okay, cool. So let's do it from this way to make it a little bit easier. So if you go right here, open folder, right? We can open a folder that we just created. Basic, where'd it go? Where is it? How did I miss that? Where is it at? How come I'm not seeing it in there? My eyes are, what the heck? Oh, sites, that's why. I don't know why I was looking for basic. That's what happens, you know, when you... So now we're just gonna open that folder up. And we should have nothing but a README in there. Padow. That's all we got. Well, to get started, right? Basic thing you need for a site, index HTML file, right? That's where we're gonna start. Now, right? In VS Code, there's this thing called Emmet, and it actually helps you like create little snippets of code. So instead of like having to write out the whole HTML thing, you can do stuff like this. Oh, what is it? You got to do it quick. So if I'll undo that real quick, show you again. So if you do a exclamation enter like that, it'll actually just populate the base core HTML, right? So we have our doc type declaration here, which is basically stating that this is HTML5. You used to put other things in here back in the day when HTML4 and XHTML and all that stuff was involved, but we're not dealing with that crap anymore, thank goodness. So then you just come in here, got HTML tag, just have some attributes on here like language, this just is indicating English. Got our head tag, right? And some meta tags here with our title of our document. This could be our basic site for Twitch. So we're gonna do something here, but I'm just kind of getting this just kind of structured out, and I just wanted to really do it basic because we do a lot of like things with Vue and with React and with all these other things, and I just really wanted to do or Gatsby, which is all great, those are fun, but I was like, I want to just do a website like old school which is still not old school. You could still just do this. Like if you just needed a basic site, this would be, why not? You don't need React for this, just whip something up, right? So I just thought, why not? This would be fun. Like it's kind of, you know, back to basics a little bit, but why not? It's kind of just, so one of the things that I, one of the things that I always used to do when I would create a basic site is that I would, I'm not going to go like crazy basic, but, I just want to go back to creating a basic HTML or like website kind of thing and structure. But it'll still be pretty basic. So, so what I like to do is I always like to, right off the bat, to create like a script tag here, with my, why is that not closing out for me nicely? OU VS Code, source. And so I would go ahead and like, create a folder. I haven't created it yet, which would just have, and you can call these anything you want, main JavaScript, app JavaScript, so people use different things. I think that's fine. You could just leave it like that and that would work, but you can add on other things here, like you can tell it it's a type, and then there, I don't know, why am I not getting any Emmet hinting? It's weird. Because it's nice to do that, because then because then you usually get to see, why is it's hinting this weird stuff, emoji code? Why am I not getting any of my normal? That's interesting. I'll have to look up that. I don't want to take too much time. Although, I mean, maybe it is good to like go off and look and see how to set those things. But like normally, so you can add types like to it to tell it what kind it is, because sometimes you would use other types in there depending on what you were doing. But we're just doing plain JavaScript. So I would have that going. You'd have your style, right? Tags, and you have your href here. See, it's so weird that it's not hinting any of that. That is really strange. I gotta find out why that's not working. That's gonna drive me nuts. And it's maybe a good lesson, right? Because that's like, how do you fix a setting in VS Code, right? Let's see. I'm pretty much 100% sure that it's called Emmet that does that. Let's see how wrong I am. Emmet VS Code, maybe that would have been better. That's they're both the official. Okay, Emmet, right? So it's supposed to help you, right? Oh, that's for that. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong thing. So maybe I am wrong. That is a cool thing. So you can do stuff like this in here. Let me just show you. Let me get rid of these bad non-finished tags here. But yeah, like here, like is a good example. And here in the body, like you can do stuff like this in VS Code, where you just say like dot. Oh wait, hold on, no. Like h1 dot some class, and if you hit enter, it auto completes that. Hezi in the house. We're doing some basics tonight. It's all fun, right? Why not? So yeah, these are some of the cool things that you can do with Emmet. So you can do the same thing here. Let me show you. So you could do like, I'll just do like an h2, right? And you can do hash and then say, some ID. Hit enter, bam, completes the whole tag for you. No worries, man. Actually, I started late. I started at like 8:40. I hadn't eaten dinner yet, and so I wound up getting dinner a little late, and stuff happens, you got 3 kids. Not that I was feeding kids, my kids aren't little anymore, so, but yeah, so, but how you doing, man? How's things been? I know you've been busy, but how's life otherwise, Kids back in, are your kids actually are they doing school right now? Because actually it's funny, we were just talking about that. I do have one child left in school, and she's in high school, and yeah, right. I'm great. Good, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing good though. But yeah, so are you, because you said your kids were on vacation, right? So like, yeah, oh, I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind me. I just thought about that. I was like, I hope you don't mind me missing the stream too much. Yeah, it's all good, man. So I was just showing some of these like cool little shortcut things that you can do in VS Code via the Emmet. I'm finding out, I'm like, because I went to go look why I wasn't getting hinted to type things inside of like your tags. Like normally it'll hint, and I was like, it's Emmet, I thought, but I'm like, I looked it up. I don't believe Emmet. Emmet's the thing that lets you do these nice cool things inside of VS Code. Emmet and Visual Studio Code support. So suggestions, auto completion list, multi-cursor support. Oh, that's what that is. That's where that comes from. The multi-cursor. That's another really cool thing. We'll show that too. Yeah, so you can do, like, if you see in this demo right here, like, watch how it'll do things where it'll do auto completion of things. Where you see you did P10 in the CSS, and it just auto created the whole thing for. Look at this, like a user list. An unordered list, and wow, I didn't even know you could do all that. Wow, what did he just do right there? Or whoever, could be Lisa. So it was like, do a li like that, and then was it like with a class name, well, let's just try that. What does that do? Yeah, see, look, that creates. That is sweet. New Zealand kids are back in school. No more lockdown and stuff. Really? Are you doing? I haven't really been, honestly, sometimes the news is depressing, right? So I don't really pay attention to it all that much. I try to stay a little bit of what's going on because I don't want to be completely oblivious, obviously. But is New Zealand, how are they doing? Like, are their numbers doing really well, and that's why they're opening up? Because I know here in the US we tried to open up too early, and that did not work out well. But yeah, that is dope. Did you see that? That is so cool. So you got this, right? A UL, and you just do like greater than li, whatever, and then I'm sure you could do like this and say like some ID name. And then boom, now you have an ID on there. And if you wanted to continue doing like them, I'm assuming you can keep going down the list. And what if you just wanted a bunch of other blank ones? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, and that did a nesting. Interesting. Question is, how did it, oh, because that is telling you nest, right? So then I think when you did subsequent ones, I think I saw them do this, right? Was it like this? Yeah, that's awesome. That is so cool. For linking the style, try writing the style without any tags. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I thought I had to think about what you were saying. You're talking about, yeah, but the top. Yeah, no, I'll do that. I just was yeah, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Or maybe I did. I don't know. I just didn't remember, but I'm sure I read it somewhere. That is an awesome feature, though. I like that. How cool is that little snippet? So the thing that I was looking for, though, that I was having an issue with, which I'm not sure if it's actually an Emmet thing. I don't know. Let's see it, snippet values. No. I love that you can do it in CSS and HTML like it does. Did you see what it did inside of here? Like, check this out. Like, they were doing this, right? Where P10, what? That's nuts. Of course you would, normally you would say like class, class name like this, right? But then P10, oh, ooh, interesting. Did you see that? It didn't work. That's weird. But the doing like the P5, like they, ooh, why is it not working there? But watch when you do it out here, P10. Oh, why is it not working now? You saw it work the first time, didn't you? Look here, I'm gonna prove it. Why did that go away? Let's see. Going all the way back. Way back? Oh wait, look, it skipped over it. Huh. Oh, weird. Okay, I don't know. That's a strange one. Redo that. What's the shortcut for redo? Shift Command Z. Shift Command Z? Shift Command Z. No, it's not. Liars. Look, but this is not doing it either. Lost count of it. That was strange, huh? Did you see that? That was strange. Why the heck did that why did that not stop? Why did that stop working? Because when I put this in here the first time, right? And I did, oh, check it out, P10. See, it works there. Right? But then when I tried to do it like as a, like, here's a class name, I'll just say like that, right? And I did like, oh geez, I can't type. Did like this, right? And then said P10. Oh, now it's doing it. Magic. The magic of VS Code. Here I am. No, it's great. I don't understand why that happened, but so I can't explain to you. But it does look like it's working now. So you should be able to do like margin 5. That's sick. What else can you do? I get like, could you do border? Like, can you? No. What else could I'm trying to think of something that would be like a simple, so padding, margin. Do they show any other ones? Because that was super. That's those little handy things like that. That is super cool. Those are really, and once you get them down, like P10, it did. Oh, just did it do what did it do for display none? I missed it. Video rewind. No, it's not working. Oh no, why is it not working? For linking the style, tries. Oh, I already read that. Here we go. DN. What? I want to try that one. Come on. Let's see. DN for real? No. Why is that one not work? I want to know. That worked. So is there something going on with the way it's, there it goes. Interesting. And when I did that, does it, yeah, it does say Emmet abbreviation. What's another one we were trying to do, like border? So if I hit B and wait long enough, there's the Emmet abbreviation for bottom. That's not an Emmet one. It says it on the side, I think, when it is, right? So when I'm on this bottom, that's an Emmet abbreviation. But there's not one for background. I wish they indicated it differently, other than just, because what, like BI, now that's an Emmet abbreviation, but none of these seem to be. So that's cool though. Matthew, how many days in a row is this? Is what? Last night we didn't do basic anything. That's why I'm back to the no kidding what I really wanted to do, which was the basics. Check this cool stuff we're learning though. Did you know you could do this in VS Code? You can say like P10 and it just, and then you hit enter, or like margin 5 and you hit enter. Emmet. Hinting. What? It's good stuff. It's also what brings you the capability to do the multi-line cursor, right? If I could actually get it to click there, and you hold down option and you click down like this, right? And then you can type all in the same, you know, of course I wouldn't really do this, but class equals, right? Tell me how cool that is. Or don't tell me. It's okay if you don't think it's cool. No, I knew that you could do div something. That's cool, isn't it neat? I love that. I think that's awesome. There is a list of shortcuts you can see. Yeah. Yeah, no, I just wanted to really, no kidding, dude. Like last night we got taken off on a tangent of doing like Vue, and we got into React. We talked deeply about how frameworks are just JavaScript in the end, and that's all that's really on their back end. I don't know if you were there for that conversation or not, but me and Ethan got into it. He was like, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, I mean, you think about it, all the things like jQuery and all that stuff, right? There's Ethan, he knows what's up, man. It was a good guy. I told him, I said, man, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't sound like I was coming across like an asshole or something. I was like, I get like kind of passionate about things sometimes, and then I start talking like really like passionately about it. And my wife has told me before, she's like, stop yelling at me. I'm like, I'm not yelling. I swear, I just passionate. So tonight, I no kiddingly really just wanted to like build a basic site, but I'm gonna get into where I'm gonna go into JavaScript. I want to go out and like do something like, you know, touch like an open API that exists or something like where we can get some data, play with that, bring that back. So, you know, but all just in the basic stuff, just that. And then we can move on and go, oh, look, hey, there's this really cool thing. Now that we've done some styling by ourselves, why don't we go check out this thing like that's called Bootstrap? That's really cool. Or what's some of the other ones? Foundations or something, whatever. That's what I just thought. I just thought it'd be cool. Teach me how to node. We would be teaching each other as well. But see, you're the, you and Ethan are the worst. You guys always get me off on tangents. I'm just kidding. You're not the worst. You guys are fucking awesome. Who else? Oh, now I got more stamps today, so we're ready to send out more stickers. And I got somebody, who was it that was in last night that they actually sent me their address. So we will do this. You know, actually, you know, the other thing actually, Matt, that I was thinking about doing was, and Ethan, is literally building this like super raw basic just like this, and do the address app like I was talking about just like this, but then go and, you know how there's those like hosting providers there, even their free ones that will like let you build out like just like API, like a simple API, and let you just host data there like just through that, like it's not really and see and then just do that and like have it come in just using like a straight, you know, straight JavaScript post methods and get methods and stuff like with fetch and such, you know. I just thought like that, you know, I don't know. It would at least show somebody, that would be a true jam stack, right? Here you go. Yeah, a jam. This is the jam stack in there. You see the jam jar? Oh, come on, it's so cool. Gatsby's all about the jam stack, baby. Yep, no Code Hustle hat tonight. No Code Hustle tonight, folks. Look, see, I have my array of hats swag. You know, look, I have my Code Hustle hat here. I have my work team Photon hat. I have my developer hat. The only one I don't have in here is my JavaScript logo hat. That's all black with embroidered the JavaScript actual logo. I'm a swag guy. See, I got my State of JavaScript shirt on tonight. What up? All about it. That's why if you send me your address, I will send you stickers for free. All right, cool. Back to this. So that was dope. That is so cool that you can just do that. So let's get this built out a little bit more here. So we're gonna, of course, associate to, now I said we're gonna do basic, but I'm not gonna go like crazy. This is the part that I was actually, see, that's how ADD I am. I go off tangent. I tried earlier to do some React with Material UI. Oh yeah, no, I know Material and React is tough. Anytime I've done it with React, dude, there is a like Material UI React GitHub repo out there that you can just pull it down and gets you started and makes it way easier to get going. Otherwise, you It is. I tried to do the same thing, like from the build up, where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna do a create React app, then I'm gonna add Material UI and like and go through like walking through it. It's confusing, but that's because Material UI, if you didn't know, like kind of unlike Bootstrap. Bootstrap is really it's got a lot in it, right? But it's like a anyway. Let me just, I don't want to like say, I want to say it's lightweight, because it's not like lightweight, but it is a it's a lot easier type of an implementation. Like you literally can just go like in here and add it, right? And it's there, and then you just use it with these nice little add this class instead, and it just does magical things for you, right? And we'll probably do that in here actually. But Material UI is Google's like style methodology. Like there's literally like an entire like course and all this stuff to learn their how they style. Like it's like it's their design system, you know? So it's like, that's why everything looks the same across. And of course you can do that with other things too, but it really gets in depth. If you go look into just Material UI, like what it is and everything else, like on Google stuff, you'll see it's like go to Material UI University, you know, like seriously, which is, it's super cool. I mean, and of course they've spent an ungodly amount of money on research and, you know, and development to come up with why they are the way they are, why this button looks the way it does, why it's shadowed that way, why it, if you know, people's psychology behind it. Like they go into that. If you ever really start, I mean, these big companies, the stuff they spend money on to like figure out how to do stuff is just it's just astronomical. It's really just mind-blowing why I'm stupid the way I am. No, you're not. But it is. So I got to figure out how to get this thing, because I want to know why that's not hinting my attributes. So VS Code, I'm just going to say what's happening, right? Not hinting. Oh, if I could type. Just slow down, dude. Slow down. Hinting, what did I say? They're like tag attributes, I guess, right? Attributes. Make sure I spell. Because how to get your shared view component? No, formatting, format, HTML coding. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not showing. It's kind of annoying me. I know it's not that big. Not auto completing. Maybe that's it right there. Auto closing of the tag now removed and replaced with smarter intelligence. That doesn't help me. I want to figure out why that's not working. Do you have IntelliSense installed? VS Code just does it. It comes that way. Like you don't have to do anything. That's an infinite topic. What is? Oh, Material UI is an infinite topic. So no, this is the part that it was bothering me, is that like here, when you say, now that's hinting, of course, this is like driving me nuts because it keeps hinting and then I, so type, and normally here, you would say, and then this would hint in here, like text, CSS, but it's not. And, I wonder, no, I wouldn't, you wouldn't think that would have to do with, sorry, let me see if it's actually even, yeah, no, yeah, because I mean, normally it'll show you the other values for type, you know what I mean, when you pull it up. So I don't know why that's not working. It obviously it is hinting the like the attribute itself, but the value it's not. And I'm used to that being able to do or doing that, so I don't know why that's not. Okay, so so then I normally do like a. We used to say I remember. Actually, sorry, style. So you can call this whatever you want, right? This folder. But we used to, on my VS Code, you don't need to specify it anymore, and it still works. But by the way, Okay. No, my stupidism is oh. If you say the link but no type, it still works on my, for some very weird reason. So you could like a style folder, or, and you know, a lot of times these are called the same thing, main, like I used to match them always up, like, but over here, right, create 2 folders. I used to, it's funny, I'm using style, I think it's because I see it now like that, but normally I used to always call them CSS. Don't change your ways. Why? That just nested that under, I mean, that just nested that, didn't I? I wasn't trying to do that. Script, right? Oh no, actually I did that wrong too. Like normally this is, you just see this more now. This is like more of the convention, right? Scripts, styles, or style. And yeah, but I used to do that a lot. Maybe probably just for shorthand. And of course there's nothing in there yet, but we're gonna call it main.js. All right, cool, right? So now we have like our basics of the site, right? Well, the easiest thing to do from here is like, you want to be able to see this in your site, right? Or in your browser. And for me, like, I don't want, even though you can open up an HTML document, right? Like in the browser, just naturally, you know, you could just do that. But like I think right here we could try, where is my, why did it not see that? Why is it not tabbing for me? That's funny. Command, that's fine. Okay, I thought you could just open it like that there, but I guess not. I'm not a Linux or Unix guru yet. We're working on a course. We're getting there. What was I showing you? Oh, so you know, you can open it. You could open it up here. You could literally navigate to the folder or file and open it. But like, what's easier for me, and I like to do, is having an actual like little mini web server, right? So there's this cool one called HTTP server. You have to have Node installed. So you just download that, install it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to like do anything special. Just install it and hit the next on the installation. Then you'll have Node. And then you can then do something like this, where you just have this simple little HTTP server that you install, right? I already have it installed, but you would just do an npm install. npm comes with your Node.js installation. So npm install, and then you would just say HTTP dash or minus or tac server, and that would just install it. In fact, what does it do if I install it if I already have it? Does that? Oh, and actually, hold on, let me do something real quick, because I think that requires a global, right, flag. So you can either do it with the whole like that, or you can just tac G it. So we could do, you could just here you could do tac G like that, and then that should do the global install. Although it will ask you to, well, here, let's just show you. So if you do an npm install global like that, it should not allow me. It's probably going to fail, right? Because it's globally being installed, so it requires elevated privileges, right? So that's when I can do sudo. It's going to ask me for my host computer's password, and then now it'll install. I thought I already had this all installed. I probably did, but it probably just is updating it right there. So added, that's what the little plus sign is, right? So now in here, let me put something in here real quick, like hello Metzenkopf. Did I spell it right this time? No. I use you all the time as my guinea pig for just kidding. So if you just run HTTP server, it's because I like you so much, Matthew. HTTP server in here, that's all you do in the root directory of wherever you're at, and you have a file that can run in the browser. You just hit HTTP server, and it does that. Starting up, it says serving here. It gives you the link, right? either localhost or your IP, well, both the 127.0.0.1 or 192 is my IP. Don't hack in. But you can click on that and that will open up. And there you go, right? So now you have a local running web server, right? That you didn't have to set up or do anything fancy to. Really, really simple. Literally just go out to nodejs.org, download the latest node, install it, click next, nothing special, right? Come over to your terminal or your PowerShell or your command and type npm install tacg http tac server, and there you go. And then you basically just after that run the http tac server in your root directory and it will open up. And now if I had other files even in here, it of course just like a regular server. So like let's just if I just did this and say, oh hey no, wrong space there, chief. This is about right. So now if I save that and if I go back here now and refresh this, what did that open in? Safari? That's not even my default browser. Why would it do that? So now if I go to about.html here, I'm on the about page, right? So your web server is working. You can navigate between your and there's some other things that I think you can do with this. I think it actually has some other pretty good usages, but you saw how fast it was too. It's very small. It installs fast. Like you can run it up on a different port if you wanted to, spin it up on a different port. What has it got? What else has it got? Available options. It's got quite a bit actually. Brotli, whatever that means. When enabled, it will serve public some file, whatever, in place of this. Then when compressed version of file exists. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's cool. If gzip is also enabled, it will serve the Brotli for. Okay, interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of. Oh, I like this. Cores. What? Enable cores via the. That is nice. I like that. Ooh, getting fancy. I didn't know you could do all this stuff. What about Express? We're not building React. We're doing a literal, very basic website. We're not. I'm just using this. I was just showing this basic tool that I use for if I'm doing something like really stripped down like this and really simple, that you can just run this. You can install this HTTP dash server, this package right here, and then all you do is run this in your root directory where you have files that can run in the browser, and it'll serve up a little web server for you, and then you rocking and rolling. It's just super simple. EC E. I think we agreed on E, right? E in the house. PHP artisan serve. I'm not familiar with that, but sure, if that's what that Flexbox. Oh, we're gonna have to do some Flexbox on this, and I don't really know it that well still. I did do a little Flexbox course on Free Code Academy, but it's one of those things where you did it in the course and then I didn't use it afterwards, so now I don't remember. Jackbox, I don't know what that is, but if it's something, then we'll implement it. No, just kidding. It's the best. Flexbox, Ethan, right? Well, you can help me out with it if you've been doing it. So yeah, that's what this little HTTP server thing, it runs, on Node. So you do have to have the Node runtime going on your machine, but that's a really simple thing to do. Like I said, nodejs.org, download whatever the latest and or stable version. And okay, so what are we doing? Okay, so we have a script, we have a CSS, we have stuff running. You can say, Liz, it's more understand. Yeah, Liz, that's cool. Extra Liz. I'll call you whatever you want. though. I don't want to, want to be friendly and free. Talk to everybody nicely so that we can all get along tonight. Write some HTML, CSS, JavaScript is tight. I think so. Some people won't agree, but that's okay, cause I'll still have the love in me. JS, baby, let's write some down. Let's get crazy. It's amazing. Oh, sorry. It happens. Ask the crew. Get off on these little tangents. Can't help myself. Cool. Okay, so actually we said we were actually gonna do the address. Let's see, no. We're gonna say request Code Hustle stickers, right? And then so let's think about this, right? So we're gonna want, it's just gonna be like a one pager, right? So, and we could kind of like, have fun. Hopefully we'll do something like we'll make the background cool or something like that, whatever. So you can pronounce my name however you want. I don't have a problem with it. Cool, Liz, I appreciate it. I just yeah, I don't want to like, I just want to be, just want everybody to get along, want to be nice, Okay. Welcome to the stream, kid. Okay. I can't do that one really well at all. It's pretty bad, actually. Okay. It's just fun to do. You'll find that out. I just do silly stuff on here because it's fun, and why not? You only live once. I can be 43 and still feel, 13. It's fun to do. Okay, right? Because you gotta do that in your voice, right? Okay, oh my god. It killed Kenny! I know, right? 1 hour until sunrise. Damn. Liz, what the heck? Did you just get up early, or have you been up all night? I'm hoping you just got up early. But the way you're wording it sounds like the other way around. You've been just partying it out on Twitch all night, like, we're going for a marathon. Gonna stay up all night long. Don't care if I need to sleep because the sun is kind of creepy. I don't know what I'm doing. Broken schedule. That's the worst. You mean like work schedule, sleep schedule, insomnia? Yeah, it's been ever since my wife has been in Texas instead of here with me in South Carolina, since I'm trying to get out there. Well, I mean, I will be there, but my work has not caught up. My wife's health required her to get out, get her back out to a real dry climate, and so we've been apart now. Geez, I think it's been a month. It sucks. So I get it. So my sleep has been all jacked up. Like, I just have been, yeah. I'm staying up till like 12:31 in the morning, and then like forcing myself to go to sleep, and then waking up at like, well, sometimes I'll even wake up a couple times in the night and then get up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. The last few nights, actually, I did pretty good. I was actually pretty proud. I was to bed by like midnight or 12:30, and then I slept and, woke up at around like 7, and I was like, and one's like 6:30. So I was like, that was pretty good. I'm gonna go to sleep at 4. I can't read what that says. 4:2. Oh, 4:21 sunrise. Is that what that says? 4:21 sunrise. You're gonna go to sleep when the sun rises. Right after 4:20. Word. Okay, so let's think, right? So we're gonna have this like a form, obviously, right? So at minimum, I'm just gonna put a form tag in here, right? I also know that I'm gonna have. Oh, let's use our new little fun thing. So I know I'm gonna have an input, right? And I know that I'm going to want to style them, right? So I'm going to give them, let's call it, like I'm going to give it a style of, what am I calling this thing again? This is, let's call it, oh, well, yeah, we'll just call it address. Now we could follow, like, and I really don't even know. Yeah, he's like, yup. Yeah, little, it's good. It's medicine. Help you sleep. 8:19 p.m. Damn. Sunset here is like, what time is it right now? It's 9:30. It only, the sunset here like only like 30 minutes ago. So at like 9:30 at night. It's been really, it's, you know, it's summertime. When I lived in England, oh my God, it would not, the sun would not, this, I can't do two things at the same time. This, the sun, well, what did you do that for? Text. Yeah, I want it to be text. The sun wouldn't go down to like 10:30, 11 o'clock sometimes, it felt like. I'm pretty sure I remember that correctly. It wasn't that long ago. And I just remember in the, there was just, you know, you had that short period of time, and I worked at a place where like didn't have windows. So if you didn't go out, Ethan can attest, right? 9 or 10. Yeah, like I remember being like 10, 10:30 sometimes. Of course, as long as it was a really clear day too, because obviously if it's overcast, which it happens quite commonly in England, right? But yeah, it was late, like, you know, and then it would, the worst was in the winter time. Ethan can attest to this, I'm sure, is the other way around. Your days are so short. Sun goes down super early, you know, doesn't come up till kind of super late in the morning. So in the wintertime, if like I didn't get up out of my chair from work and walk outside, and like I wouldn't see the sun that day. It was just, yeah, it was just crazy. So, but I mean, that was the only thing that was, you know, just, yeah, it's kind of, it's cool, you know, it's something different. But yeah, that's why, you know, there are people that kind of get into like the sun lamp thing a little bit if they get too vitamin D deficient. So at minimum, right, we're gonna need, oh, maybe, yeah, this is just gonna be, so I'm gonna also use this handy dandy Option Shift and the down arrow to copy these input fields. Option Shift and down, or I don't know what it'd be on the, on a Windows machine, would it be Control Shift maybe? On the Mac it's Option Shift and the down arrow or up arrow, and it'll copy that line, which is super cool. So our first one is going to be, our first one will be the name, right? And we could just take the full name. We don't need to separate these. And one of the properties that exists for this that we can do is, this is my memory. I haven't written stuff like this in so long. So what is it called? Why can't I think of it right now? It's going to come to me. Required is one, if you needed that, which we will do for the address and stuff. Well, actually, this should be required too. Like, I need your name. But placeholder, there you go. And it would come to me. So placeholder will allow you to put some text inside of the input as a little hint of what you're looking for. Name, or I'm gonna say name and Twitch handle. Do they call them handles? What do they call them on Twitch? I'm a Windows user. Yeah, I used to be. That's why I'm so sketchy with the Mac, because and Unixy, Linuxy, you know, OSs, because I worked on Windows for like 15 years, and then really even more than that, like 16, 17 years, and then only in the last few years have I switched over to, now I actually owned Macs like throughout all those years, but like I never really worked on them. So they were more like for surfing the net and stuff and things, and my wife liked it, you know, and like it was cool to have one. I can't do Mac. I like Linux. Yeah, though at Windows, I'm telling you, man, I am really liking what Microsoft is doing with their whole business model. They are really shifting their whole mindset to open source. And I mean, VS Code is a Microsoft product. It is one of the best open source IDEs that exist, and paid IDEs for that matter. It's one of the most widely used IDEs, if not the most widely used IDE in the world. And it's a great tool, really nice tool. And it's a free tool. It's built on JavaScript, which is nice, right? There's probably sunset in us and sunrise in Poland. Yeah, right. But let me die, me more money, me go open source. Bill, yeah, right. Well, you know what it is? Honestly, my personal opinion is that, they just saw the writing on the wall. The people speak volumes, you know what I mean? And if everybody's going towards that and wanting that and stuff, and especially if like your developers and all that are, and of course it's working. That's the difference too. It's not like they're like, oh, let's just go do this thing, we're not making any money. No, it's like they see the benefit, but in the same sense, they are doing better things because of it. So to me, it makes them a better company. They're stripping away that evil empire like thing. And I mean, granted, they're still just a massive company, but I really like what they're doing. I really think that they're really shifting to a much more, I mean, Linux is going to be native on the Windows operating system, like natively installed on the system. So they announced that at, I think, Microsoft Build this year, a few months ago. So it's just I think it's awesome. I'm not a vendor basher, like, unless you're just really horrible, but I don't really have any feelings like that towards anybody I can think of. But like I always say, use what's best for you, use what works for you. That's the way I think. If color versus color, right? Yes, tire versus tire. What do you think about the difference in British English and American English? WSL is available at the moment, right? Yep, and I've played with that a little bit. It's really nice to use, but I can't wait till it's native, right? You can just do it. Cookie versus biscuit, right? Oh, I know. American, British as European. I know, it's so funny, right? Some things I wish we would adopt because it would make a lot more sense. Like tire and tire, we spelled T-I-R-E for both, whether you're tired or tire on your car. And in England, right, T-Y-R-E, right, tire on your, wait, right, that's the tire on your, wait, how do they do it? I always forget. Is that the tire on your car? And then eraser versus rubber. I know. Oh my God, the first time, yes, right, that's the wheel. Yeah, T-Y-R-E. See, but then you put that and then you put T-I-R-E, right? You know the difference. It just makes sense. Realize versus realize. Yeah, I know. There's so many. Why did we have to badge badge the whole? So here we go. We added a required on here. We're going to add another one. We're just going to copy this down, right? Make it simple. Why did that do that? That's weird. Of course, we're going to change these. This placeholder will be, what do they normally say? Street. And we'll add fancier stuff as we go. I just want to, or not fancier, but like street address, right? And that they usually say like house number, house apartment number, maybe, whatever. Just something, just a little something to give them a hint of what we're looking for in there, right? So it'd be the first one would be the street address, the thing, whatever, right? And then it's the city. Now this is where globally I'm trying to think like what would be the best way. What I should do is I should look up, and we'll do that. I'm just putting out the basics right now, right? Let's get this structured out really quick, and then let's look into, and we'll advance this, okay, like using all just vanilla stuff too. Like let's get this going with the just basic structure so I know what we're doing, and then we'll add in things like color versus color, favorite for favorite, mirror in British be like mer, right? Be like talking over here, mirror. What was the other one? Free. I'm like, Yeah, I'm free. What do you mean? It's free? No, free. Give me free doll. Give me free quid for that. Yeah, no, I know, Ethan. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep going. Thanks. To be or not to be. Free. That was always one that I was like, saying fuck off in British. Fuck off, right? Fuck off. It's awesome though. It's fun. It's all just little idiosyncrasies between us, right? We got all these little weird. Oh, so what I was saying is, we'll just do the basic little things right here, right now. But I was thinking we could do, like, why not reach out on this, right? Like again, we'll get the basics going first, right? So we just, okay, we got this, how this works. Okay, now let's step it up a little bit, right? The step it up will be, let's turn the, like, instead of typing in the, excuse me, instead of typing into the select box, or the select box, I said, instead of typing in like your state or country even, right? We'll have a drop down menu, right? And maybe make it one where you can hint, like right where you type into it and then it hints it. And we'll do that via some method. We'll figure out how we want to do that. I don't know. You know, we could have like a JSON file, honestly, of the cities and states. We could use a service that looks up your stuff by, like, your postal code or zip code. You know how that stuff happens on other sites where it will just auto go out and pull that information. There's probably a free service out there that exists that we could probably, an API that we might be able to tap into, tap into, tippity tap. I need to move around more. My hips start getting, you know, gotta do a little jogging. Use your power to tap into the API. That's what we're gonna do. The dark side of the force. Look, I'm your father. Suppose, I forget, what is it? I just watched something the other day. My son was showing it. Like that, everybody says all these sayings wrong. Like it was like a movie thing on YouTube where it's like the top 10 movie sayings that you all say wrong, you know, like one of those things. And it's like, welcome to Mega Monday or whatever. Did you know number 10 coming in at number 10 is, you know, those videos on YouTube and stuff. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Those ones. Yeah. That was one of the ones that, like, Luke, I'm your father. Like, I think I'm not even saying it right. Like, those are not the words. It's actually something else. I can't remember what they are though. So I'm not doing you any help or helping you out at all. Not giving you any help is what I should be saying. All right, so the placeholder. So, okay, so at the basic, we just want an input and we're just gonna say, right, city, city, what else? What you said, city, what's the other one that I'm thinking of? I'm knackered. Dude, Matt, hit the hay, man. Go to sleep. Do what you got to do. I appreciate you stopping in as always, man. Are calling me furry because I can't pronounce. Oh, I don't know. Was that supposed to pronounce duh? A duh? No. Is that what I can't see that. Is that like, that's like a special character or something, huh? What is that before the duh? Did that not come through, or is that I can't see it? Or am I just like, my eyes are that bad that it's like two letters that I can't read? Like, I don't even have really bad vision. I'm just like, my screen's too small. These aren't even gonna help me because these are blue light glasses. Let's see if I can see this better. No magnification. But the blue lights will be good. I'll be blocking out the blue lights. Probably should be wearing them since I'm in front of a monitor, by the way, right? Wouldn't that make more sense? I find though over time they start to hurt the sides of my head. So anyway, let's get back to business up in this joint, right? So I'll probably take them off like in a few, but we'll we'll look all like you know, have some intellect. I don't know why glasses ensues that you have intellect, but you know, because that's not true for me. But I can fake writing placeholder tag or attribute. That's about it. Okay, so we said city, and what did you said, because city postcode name, yeah. So I'll just put city for now, and that'll be good enough. And then what else would we have? Another one of these, and so city, state, right? And then the last one would be a, oh, hey, that's not what I said to do. It's like, yes, you did say to do that. And then this would be the postal code, right? Postal code, or zip actually, right? As it's known here in the US. All right, cool, right? So now if we, oh no, actually I didn't have that in another window. It was actually right here. So now, and I don't know why did this open this up in Safari? Oh, I know why. I remember, I uninstalled Edge. That's why. I thought you set the, let's see here real quick. Let me do this really fast because it'll drive me nuts if that keeps opening in Safari. What is it, general or something like that? I always forget. Where do you set your, yeah, here we go. We'll do Firefox since it's faster. Well, the reason I was using Edge is because Edge is Chromium, and I really like Chrome and the dev tools and all that, right? So when Microsoft Edge came out built on Chromium, I was like, that's cool. And that was it. But then I read how Microsoft Edge uses about half the amount of resources as Chrome does with the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, because it's Chromium, so it's the same engine, you know? Edge added some other little, you know, things that they thought were cool onto it. But so, but for whatever reason, earlier, something must have corrupted my Edge or something, because I'd open it up and then I try to type into the URL and it just would crash. So not sure if that was just a bug in Edge itself or in my installation or what, but that's what happened. So now hopefully this will open up in something a little bit, not that I have anything against, I don't know what it is, like Safari is not a bad browser, but I just, letter I can't pronounce is like Republic. What is the, why is that look, oh, it's an R. That looks so funky on my screen, Liz. The R by itself, for whatever reason, is like, it looks like a almost like a Chinese character for some reason. It's really strange because everything else is fine. It's just like Arial font or something. It's not like it's a funky font. But okay, I can't pronounce is R, like Republic. Gotcha. EJS is cool, as in like the templating library or whatever, EJS. So, oh, I was saying, so now let's, if we can go ahead and open this up now. And now, here we go, right? So we have our form here with our city, our name, our street, our city, state, postal code, right? So, boom, good to go. Yeah, EJS is cool. I've used it. What is the other one now that's called something else? Pug is now, or is it called Pug now? And it used to be called something else. I always forget which one that is. I always see that when I'm doing installs. There's like, I always see that this is now called this. I'm trying to remember, it's Pug and something else. Okay, so we got our form elements, right? So we're good to go there, rocking and rolling. All right, so let's give our, so now that we have some inputs there, right? I'm gonna go ahead and go in here. Let's go ahead and create those files that we are referencing here in the top of our page, right? So I've got our main CSS, right? And let's go ahead and just do some I usually use EJS. Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, yeah, right. Use the tool that works best for you. That's what I say, right? Or whatever you were trying to do. So here we can do some basic, right, things to the, you know, a lot of times you set these kind of like, there's actually a library out there, right, like called, what is it called? Common, no, not common, normalize, right, like normalize CSS, naming style sheet, a script CSS. Did I call it script? Oh no, where did you see that? Or are you just messing around? Or did I do something screwy on the front here and called it script? No, right? Style, main CSS. Okay. Had me nervous there. No. So, a lot of times you'll baseline all this stuff, right? Like although we did learn this, right? You can do this in here with the emit stuff. So if you want to, you can do P0. Oh, why'd that not work? Come on now. Give me the hints. There it goes. P0. And that'll set that one, right? And usually baseline the margin as well. Like that, right? So that covers those, and then that'll basically, if you see this, it kind of just takes everything away, all the padding that would be on the outside and about. Actually, you know what? I lie. I don't think that took it off. I think because this is not, we're not running a node application, right? So this doesn't do like hot reloading. It's how you get spoiled, right? So I'm gonna just rerun the server again because I have a feeling that it didn't pick up on the, I guess it did. Actually, this is a good way to tell, is open up your dev tools, right? And you can come in here and take a look at, I have to look around because I'm not used to using Firefox. So it's similar to the developer tools in Chrome, but a little different. Why is that not working with Node? Canvas are also cool. Yeah, I did it once. Oh right, you named it. You're like, this makes perfect sense. Why is, let me see something. Where do they do their, these are good. Is it network that this does? Where does it show you? One thing Firefox does do really well is its styling thing is actually really good. It does do a lot of stuff that leverages more on some of the visual graphical type implement or like integrations, whatever. Like, see how it like does all this like little dashed outlining and stuff like that, and it also gives you a lot of hinting in here. Let's see, we'll see more. In fact, I don't really know a lot of it anymore because I don't use Firefox on a regular basis, but I do know that it does have, just through reading you know, articles and blogs and whatnot, and that Firefox does do a really good job with like its CSS type in stuff in the developer tools. I just can't really show off anything right now. Like, here's a nice little color picker. Chrome has it too, you know, but yeah, we'll have to see. I know it does stuff when you get down to like doing Flexbox and all that stuff. It has some really cool features and whatnot. So we'll see. Chrome also does it, but okay, yeah, it is. Yeah. Sorry, like that. Zoom it in. I don't think I'm actually getting my style sheet in here. Because I would actually see this on the body tag. What did I not do right? Okay, troubleshooting 101. No, index page, follow this link. This is a good thing to actually do. I like that it has this, because if you click that and it doesn't come to this, then you know that the link is broken. So I kind of think that's nice. But yeah, not found because there's not one in there. So let's go ahead and add this one too. So it takes that complaint away, right? Put a main JavaScript in there, and we can just run this just to make sure that we see something. Let's say Code Hustle sticker. Sticker something. Stickers request. There we go, right? So I just put a little something in there so that I can have a little, well, one, so it'll take the warnings array, right? Or warnings array. Warnings array. So if I refresh this, there we go. Code Hustle sticker request, right? So that worked. Let's do an alert. Why? Making HTML background black is wise choice. Why? So that I can't see any of my stuff? Okay, so we got our JavaScript working, right? Now I am wondering, why is this not working? Why is this not applying style main CSS? We know that that's working. We linked it from here, we checked it, right? Why are we not getting Why are we not getting it, girl? I think this is really cool idea, so I'm going to try and make a view version and see where I can get to. Cool, yeah, man, sweet. Share with us at the end if you can. Or you could just put a snippet or take a screenshot of it or something. Throw it in the Discord. Yeah, I can put it in there. I don't really use the Discord a whole lot. We do share stuff back and forth on there. Here and there. I'm not, I'm not Mr. Popular, so it's not getting flooded with but we do share. We share in there, we like to get along, we hang out, I say what's up, you say what's up, that's how we roll. I tell you, I come in there and I say, how are you? How are you doing? It's good to see you again in here in the Discord. Or something like that. Oh, duh. Thank you. Look, that just goes to show you, right? I told you how long this has been. Come on, hint up. You should be hint. Is this one of those? No, you have to use a closing on the link, right? Or is that just on the? Or is that just on this? I can't remember anymore. No, yeah, you have it closed, right? So that now that should work, right? Let's go see, right? Let's go take a peek. Is this gonna work now? No, still not working. What is going on? And see how it's not getting the HTML, because this should technically, let's see. So if I did padding 0, right? What? Oh, maybe that just doesn't. But I still should be seeing. I still should be seeing. Oh, see, there goes the margin. Yeah, I was like, why am I not getting? Yeah, I shouldn't have to though. I thought. Right. God, it's funny. Like you get fancy, right? And you do, you start doing React and Vue and all that stuff, and you forget all the. God dang it! Why does it keep doing that? You start forgetting all the basics. You can't build one of these from scratch because you're like, when's the last time you wrote an HTML page from scratch? Forget. You just forget, like I can't even remember last time. That's why it's good to do this stuff, right? Let's see, is this working now? No, it's still not working. Is it because of, is this cached? No. What is the thing you can do? Control. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, technically, right, I should be able to... It's there, right? I got the link to it, so I know it's working. Why is that not applying that? Okay, hold on, let's try this. This is funny. Because you saw it's there. I mean, obviously it's coming in to the page. Why is it being so weird? Yeah, it's not, see, it's funny. It's not coming in. Here, let me show you. So in Chrome, what I like about Chrome is, check this out. You can go to sources here on the tab in the developer tools, and it'll show you, see, I have a scripts file or folder with my main JavaScript, which will show me my console log, right? But this CSS directory is not there, or the styles directory, right? You know what, maybe did I miss this? Is one styles and one style? No, they're both style. Why is that being a turd? I'm just trying something different, right? I mean, this is all at the same. Can you do this? I don't think so, right? That opens it up, yeah. Or you can go like this, right, and say copy the relative path, right, just to make sure I have this right. Oh, I guess it doesn't give you the, but look there, it's hinting, right? So that is the correct pathing. You know, so, and I'm going to empty the cache and hard reload this, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. It's weird. It's weird, Justin's way. What's up? Why is this not working? I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it in here. What is the issue? I'm not getting it here either. Well, why are we not able? Okay, I'm gonna figure this out really quick, because I have a feeling it's something like super silly that I'm not doing because I can't remember how to do coding. Oh, that's probably why. Is it because of... Yeah, okay, so let's try, right, self-closing, and it wasn't type, it's rel. There we go. There we go. All right. Well, it took me 22 years to figure out that. I don't know why. See, I told you, it doesn't matter. You can go and be as advanced as you want, and then you come back and be like, hey, write one of these from scratch, and you're like, yeah, how do we do that? Can I just like do an npm install or something on something, like, and you just forget how to write this shit from scratch. So this is good. We're learning stuff. Hollow in there. Did you hear that? All right, now we're cooking with grease. All right, one of the things we want to do on this, I think, right, we learned this, that the defer is basically tells this script, right, to wait until the document the HTML basically, is loaded before it runs anything. And you want to do that, right? Because you may have stuff in your JavaScript that is trying to talk to one of the elements in your page. And if the page is loading, because JavaScript is blocking, right? If your page is loading and you're calling for an element that hasn't shown up yet, right? Then you're gonna have a problem, right? So the old school days, you used to like take a script tag and put it at the bottom of the page, like right before the body. And this way you could guarantee that all the elements would load prior to it. But then they got fancy, you know, as they do, as the specification has grown. You know, they added this defer, and there's also an async attribute as well that you can use to run it asynchronously. But defer is a cool one, and so I'm gonna do that. That also prevents you from, you know, you used to do things like in your JavaScript, you would also do things to make sure that you were okay and that things would load and all that. You do like you would do a like right an iffy and immediately invoking. This would keep all your variables off the global state. Now with all of the conventions and new specifications of JavaScript, you don't have to worry about that as much anymore with constant let and scoped. You know, it's cool. Scoped variables. Just good stuff. Cullen, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. We're chilling. We're doing super basic HTML and stuff from scratch, and it's seeming harder than we thought because we're so used to using all these fancy tools that we can't remember how to write basic. And I say we as in me. Can't remember how to write basic things. Like we couldn't figure out why this was not pulling our style sheet, and you know, just simple forgot this is not type, and you know, things like that. You know, that's okay though. That's why this is good to do from time to time. All right, cool. How's it going for you tonight? Chillin'? Meta, name, theme, color, content. I don't know if that works. What are you trying to do with that? As in, that setting the overall. I don't know about that tag actually. I mean, I know what a meta tag is, but good. I was messing with Vue for the first time today. Nice, right? We messed with it yesterday on here, Cullen, and it's cool, right? It's pretty cool. I just need to mess with it more, right? I was getting a little frustrated with some of it, but you know, it's okay. You know, it's just like because I get it, you know, because I'm a pain in the ass and I get annoyed with stuff when I can't figure it out. And then I do think that I kind of a little bit enticed Ethan. He can speak for himself, but I think I got him a little bit interested in React once I showed him hooks, which is the truth with almost everybody that we show React hooks to, especially if they've come from like class components and they don't know about React hooks, which seems crazy, but like once people see hooks, they're like, oh shit, this is nice. And I'm like, yeah, right? That's what I've been talking about. I ain't talking about them shitty class components. Just kidding. They had their time. Moving on. They got to get out of there. I mean, they made hooks for a reason, right? It's an improvement over class components that was done intentionally, not as an addition to, but really as a improvement over, although they're not deprecating out class components. You know what I mean? There's too many of them written across the ecosystem. I don't remember if it works on desktop. Oh, is that like a tip, maybe a mobile thing? Yeah, there's a learning curve for sure, right? Yeah. I'm trying to remember what used to do that, right? Wasn't it in like Cold Fusion that it would have tags like that, and old school like ASP.NET right, used to do like those kinds of inline tag. I don't know if it was exactly like that, but I do kind of feel like I recall there being some similar like that, where, and it's funky. It feels weird to write an if statement like n tac if, and then like as an attribute on a tag. It just I know I'm being picky, but I just want to write a regular if statement. I don't want to so you know, it takes, old Angular was like that too. Yeah. So yeah, I just kind of like, I don't know. I think it's cool. I definitely think and I think that's why it was designed too, right? For like more like from a designer's like perspective, I think, right? I have to go watch The View. Go check out The View. Go check out The View on honeypot.io on YouTube, and you can watch the documentary Behind the Framework from the writer and creator. Me doing rotating square with keyframes and transform. Nice, Liz. Those are fun, right? Little animations and stuff like that. We'll do something, maybe. We'll do a little something fun. Okay, so what do we got so far? We have our basic HTML page. We have a few input elements. We got our JavaScript and style working, right? So we know we have our basic structure ready to go. Now, we can just go ahead and I think delve into like just kind of getting the front end structured up, right? And mainly this will just be doing the CSS and HTML at this point, right? So I think I just want this to be like so this form, I'm gonna go ahead and I think what would be most appropriate? I guess, I mean, I could just do it in a div, right? We'll give it content, I guess, as the, or should we call it main? Maybe main would be good. So we'll call it main, right? And then cut that there. Where is that key? Oh. And then we'll come out here and wrap that, right? So that we have, this way we have a like, right, a nice wrapping block element to kind of move the form around. I mean, you could use the form itself, but I always kind of like to create a separate, like, well, it's good to have, I think, a main anyway, like kind of wrapper, a content wrapper, be doing, and if anybody has any like suggestions to what they think is better, that's cool. We can talk about it. So like Ethan and I were talking about Flexbox, I think it would be a good thing for this, right? Because I want to like I just would like to put this basically dead center in the page, right? And so right now, I don't have any styling, right? So we're not me when the form method is equal to delete. So okay, so let's try to. Now I don't think there is any. No, we don't want to do that. So let's first get these inputs onto. Now, what would be the best way? Can we use new CSS grid? Now, I don't know how to do grid, so we could definitely do a quick grid makes my head hurt. Oh, really? Well, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna just do this real quick. It won't be hard for us, I don't think, because I'm really just looking for something very specific. I'm not going over the whole thing here. Basically, what I want to do is I would like these elements like this. Maybe tell me if you all think this is a good or not a good idea. Like, right? Can I say cool body CSS? I want these inputs to be like, you know, on separate lines, and I've never used CSS Grid before, but it seems like that would be a good implementation for it, right? Or actually, if you do the contain, this is what I like about having developer tools, right? You could like click on this element, right? We have this form. What would happen if we just did like this and gave it a fixed width of like 500 pixels? Okay. Well, if we did that, that would definitely give our... Hold 1 second, I got a dog scratching at the door. All right, we got the coding dog with us. Coding dog in the house. Cool. So, flex. Oh, so will the flex box thing work? I vote flex box. Oh, perfect. No, I'm not against it. I just want to, yeah, let's see how that works. How do we do it? So I have main and form, right? So I would be applying, so let's go ahead and get ourselves these two elements here, right? Main, right? And we could have probably, right, main, if I could type main form as well, if we wanted to speak to it, right? Or you could just say form, since we don't have, technically you could, you don't have to, we're only gonna have one form on the page, you could do that, right? So, do display, flex, align items, center, flex direction, column, in body. Now, would I want to do that in the body though, or would I do it? Let me try this first. Will this work here if I do it? Like, just. Oh, that's funny. Okay, yeah, that gives you the whole. Okay. Oh, too far. That's not what we want. Jeez Louise. We're doing flex, not inline. Oh my gosh, why is this being such a turd? Flex, we said flex. That's right, so display flex. And then it was, you said flex direction, no, align items, right? We're gonna align the items. Center. And then the flex direction was column, right? And then that was it. So I'm trying it here to see what that does. Because here's our main. What is this doing? Doesn't seem. Because I kind of feel like that wouldn't even make a difference if I did this on the body or not. You know? So do it in the parent element. Say I want to center a div called box in another div called set container. We would display the flex in a container and then align and justify the box from there. So I mean, I should be able to do, because this is the main, right? So I have my index.html right here, right? And I have this div with main, and then it has a form element with elements in it. This is what I'm actually trying to align, right? To a center columns type thing. Yeah, that looks good, right? So then in my CSS, shouldn't I be able to, you said in the main wrapping thing, right? I would say display like this, correct? You would be changing the form there. So you're saying that this should be in the form instead, you think? Because that's the containing or the container basically, or the wrapper for that element. Let's see. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Right, so it has to be on the immediate parent of the items that you're trying to align. Anything in main will be changed into a flex. Right, so that's why this is actually good that this is on the form, right? Because, or is that wrong? What's the methodology behind it? Because does it matter that the flex is not on the outside like element like main, like working its way in? Or does it not matter? You can like make this element a flex thing, you can make this one do whatever the hell it wants to do, it doesn't really matter. So anything, yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So that was the most appropriate, right? Because this is the targeted parent element that we're trying to affect these items inside of, right? And so it's good that we're getting down to the actual, you know, element that we want to affect, and that we're not messing around with necessarily something that we might want to do here, because we might want to do something completely different for the overall, you know, page itself, like for the whole entire container or whatever you want to call it. Cool, that's awesome. All right, so that was simple, right? Like, that was simple. Fun fact, I made website with this thing. It looks good on mobile and desktop. Nice. What's the website? Your website? Are you gonna rickroll us if I pull it up? Okay. We're gonna need a couple other things, right? We need in here as well. We'll need a input type submit, right? And we can also have, can you actually do this, right? Can you do, does I swear I can't even remember anything anymore. Can you have a button type submit, or does it have to be an input? Is that valid right there? And then could you do like, well, there's a type called reset, right? I'm not sure. It says, but where is that submit button? Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, right. Right, I'm like, I couldn't remember anymore. I'm like, can you use just a regular button, or does it have to be an input? So what the heck? Oh, I gotta put some value in there, huh? Would help. This would be like get stickers. And then this would be like a clear, right? And actually, I feel like this should go this. Oh, hey, no, that's not what I want to do. I was trying to just. There we go. Okay, so now we should have, right, clear, get stickers. Cool, right? And this is where we'll start messing around like this a little bit too, right? This is what I love about when developer tools came out, which has been 100 years now, but back in the day, you know, you had to keep going back and forth between your stuff, and you couldn't, you know, do it here. And so now I love that you can come in here and really start, you know, messing with this and say, you know, border 3 pixels, solid, you know, whatever, right? Let's say gray, or we can even go like with a little bit of a different type of gray, and then you could say like border. I love doing this because it allows you to kind of like, right, you can like model out your that's probably a little too much. Let's go like 5 maybe. So then we do like, right, like background. color, right? I'm just gonna give some, let's see, let's go something in the same range, whatever. Of course, this is not looking super great, but I'm just kind of picking some random stuff right now, and then I'll play around with it, right? Making buttons with A, make div in center of page. Oh, right, so that it's centered. Yeah, I want to do that. So let's attribute input type submit. Ethan's like, check out the oh, you want the EBEB? Right, I do use this one quite a bit. The what was it, like E is pretty common, right? And then see, this is what I like about this is cool, is you can have this little color picker, right? So then I would do stuff like this is where I would like probably like select that, right? Then that starts me at my base, so I know where it's at, and then I go like this and kind of like mess with it to get that, you know, like nice where you want the, you know, how you want it to look. And like, I don't like this. I think that's too, I think that the this is too thick, so I almost like a 1 pixel looks cleaner. Maybe 2. We'll stick with 2 maybe for now. But you know, this is what's kind of cool about this, is you can kind of just mess with it, you know, get it how you want. Color, right? We'll change the text color. We can make this whatever we want. I'm just gonna, this is what I think is cool too, right? You just pick like anything, right? And then come back, and then you can just go like this and do whatever you want, you know what I mean? I don't think I like this color. I'm colorblind. Oh, nice. That makes it hard, right? There's a great, here, check this out. I think is it .com? Ah, here we go. So cool, right? So here's this site, right? Right now it just has this, well, here, they're doing it for red, right? Because this is the color that's there, red. So check it, like it gives you all this information. There's a lot of tools like out there like this, but this one I've noticed is, or I've used this one for a long time, and it's been around a long time. So that's good. But here, it gives you all the conversions, right? So you can change it, you figure out the values for every single one. This is all for red, right? Gives you some schemes based off of the red, so it gives you complementary colors and split complementary colors and triadic. Gives you alternative colors, you know. Does things like this, like previews, like what does it look like on a white background. Shading, right? You get a nice shading here. This is like good for buttons a lot of times, right? Or not buttons, but like, oh, the button background color, make it this, make the border that. It gives it a nice like you know, it's like there's, I've done that, just kind of steal color options. And then here, right here, this is the part, this is what made me think of it. Liz, so for red, the color blindness simulator, if you know what kind of, I guess, color blindness you have. Here's monochromacy, I can't say, I can never say these right. And then these are even harder to say. Achromatopsia or topsia, atypical, oh, that's the same word. Protanopia, or tenopia maybe. Deuteranopia. I mean, these are really hard words to say. Tritanopia, you know, protanomaly. Crazy, right? So if you know what your color, your right here, protanomaly or protanopia, or is it both? You're both of these, like, so see, this is like, this is what's saying that you see red like this, right? Oh, well, you couldn't tell because I'm like saying, but yeah, like, so people that don't have colorblind, so everybody in the room, to Liz, this is what red looks like. Somebody that has this protanomaly or protanopia, oh, that's women, this is men. I don't know if Liz is a man or woman. Sorry. I think you did say guy. Actually, you did tell me. So for men, right, this is the way, like almost greenish. That's the side by side. That's really cool that you can do. It pulls up a little side by side so you can see what it looks like. So there you go. I mean, look at how drastically different that is. It's definitely something to consider, depending on who your audience is. You know what I mean? You really need to consider it, or based on potentially who you work for. They may have, like, if you work for, you know, typically any government, you are required to make your public sites what they call 508 compliant, and that's an accessibility, you know, policy around making like government and state government website, publicly facing websites, accessible to people with disabilities. So they actually have a whole compliance thing called the 508 compliance, to implement things like for color blindness, for hearing impaired, it is really hard actually to make. I'm sure there's a lot of tools now, but back in the day, actually there's actually I kind of go off on tangents here, I apologize, but this is all related to websites, right? So let me show you this really quick here, and I'll show you based on our site, which would be cool because it'll be really clean and simple, right? So this is still our site, right? This is what we got so far, right? If you come over here to Lighthouse, this will actually run a report on your website for you. So in the Chrome developer tools, there is this thing called Lighthouse, which is also a standalone tool. If you'd like to just run it from your command line, you can do it from there as well and run it against your site, like in VS Code or whatever. But here, it'll allow you to run this report, right? And you can select whether you want to run on performance or get evaluations on your performance, progressive web app, PWA, you may have heard it more. Best practices, accessibility. Here's the one that is why I came over here to talk about it, right? And so you can also choose it for mobile or desktop. We're in a desktop right now. And it also will do SEO. So if I hit generate report, this should go pretty fast since there's not much here, right? This will go through and it refreshes the site, it analyzes the site, right? And it's gonna now kick back to me this report, right, of the status of my website, how it's performing, what accessibility features am I weak on, what type of things could I help to do and improve on search engine optimization. And since this isn't a progressive web app, you can see like I get no rating here, right? Oh, well, it actually says fast and reliable, 1 out of 3. It's because this isn't a PWA though. But here you go. You get a color-coded little nice chart, right? It all the way down here. Just scroll down. But like this cool too, where you can drill into this. So I'm good on performance, right? Don't even need to worry about it. Let's drill into accessibility. What am I having problems with? Form element. Do not have associated labels, right? So it's telling you on these failing elements right here, our input address, it even highlights it for you in the browser, right? It's telling you exactly what you need to do. You need to have labels on here for accessibility so that when a screen reader reads this, it will tell the person that can't see the screen what they're entering their information into. Otherwise, it's just an input that it has no idea what is supposed to be entered in there. And so for somebody that's blind, you know, help them out, you know, get that label on there. And so we'll be sure to add that stuff. So like that's the first thing. Why don't we just do that? So if you come in here, right, we have our form. It's saying that we need to add label tags, right? So do label like this, right? And in order to associate this to your input, right, you need to have an ID, I believe, I think is the only way that you can do this, right? I haven't, again, you know, my memorization of all this stuff has been a long time ago. So ID on this one, I'm just gonna say this is the name, right? So just give that name. And then in here, what you do is you say for, and you give it the ID of the element that you're looking for, right? Or that you're associating this label to. So then you also put in here what you want to say. So you say like, you know, whatever, full name, and or I can say, or we could do it like this and say Twitch ID. What do they call them? I asked this earlier. Do they call them handles in Twitch? Twitch handle, Twitch ID. What are they? Twitch ID optional. Maybe optional. We'll see about that. I know how this works. Nice, Liz. Nice. Yeah, I'm just talking it through. You know. So this is good, right? And so now we should. Well, I can just go ahead. We have what, 4 inputs on here, right? So if I do 2, 4, right? We got 4 of them. I'm gonna take the first one here, move it down there, take this one, move this one down here above. If I could see where I'm going, I would be better at this. I'm like, where did it go? Oh, it kicked everything out of line. That's so funny. So label there, and where does it end? There, okay. And let's save it so it'll kick us our label. Why did that? That's so funny. Okay, and then we have the last label here, right? Move this one down. It should go right. What do I got? Input. What is this one? Do I have 5? Because let's see. Okay, let's give some separation here because this is hard to see, right? So label and input, label and input, label and input here, right? So we have our label, that input, label and that input, label and that input, label and that input, and I guess we did have an extra one, so we are missing that one, and we'll move that one down here. Cool, right? So now we have all those. Beautiful. So ID, right? Now, of course, this is for the street address, right? So we'll just say street in here, and then we'll give this an ID of street, right? This way they match, or they know how to associate. We'll put street. What else do you put? Street or... I always forget. Oh, street address, we said. And then street address, house, apartment number. That's what I was kind of just, right? Like basically, where do you live? No. All right, so then we have this one, and this is for the city. So we'll call that one city, right? We're gonna give this a value of city here. I know how to do this. Liz knows how to do this. Doesn't have to worry about following along. Got it down packed, yo. Because I'm a pro at the HTML, don't you know? Hypertext Markup Language, what's it stand for? Did you know? Did you know? CSS is what keeps your style flowing. Just like this lyrical content going. In my head, lyrically, I can't keep up with... I don't know what I'm saying. Yes. Why not though, right? Why not? Okay, so we have that one and city there. And so this one is, this is the state, right? Sweet. We'll put an ID of state on this one, right? And then we need to change this here to state as well, right? And then this one is going to be postcode, or I could say post postcode, zip code. That works, right? Hey, hang on, no one said anything about code. All right, so this one is, we'll just call this zip, just to keep it easy, right? Even though they don't call it that anywhere else, really. I think the US is the only people that call it a zip code, right? I don't know, maybe, we'll see. All right, so cool, we got our we got our zip code in there. All right, sweet. So now, right, if we go back over here, I'm just gonna refresh this, right? And if I now rerun this report, which, how do we do that? How do we rerun you? Print? No, toggle dark theme. No, we don't want to do that. We like the dark theme. All right, how do I refresh this? How do I do this? There we go. All right, so we're gonna run this again, right? We'll clean up the way that looks, of course, but now let's see when we run our report here now, if this is gonna give us back a nice clean bill of health here on our, at least on our form. Look at that, accessibility. Hunsky, Hunsky. Now, performance, I'm not sure what happened there because this was 100, it errored out. It says invalid score for speed, not a number. Got nan. Have you ever seen this JavaScript joke here? Type of nan. You see what that says there? You ever seen that joke? JavaScript. I drive you nuts. The reason that's funny is because if you don't know, nan stands for not a number. And when you type what is the type of nan, it tells you it's a number. Yes, it's the old JavaScript fun. Or how about this one? What is the other one? Here, this is a good one too, right? This is the drive you nuts of JavaScript. 1 is equal to 1. What? No, it's not. The number 1 is not equal to string 1. Don't worry, JavaScript with its funkiness will give you an extra equal sign just so you can take care of that. So use the triple equals in your comparisons when you're doing numbers and stuff, because otherwise it'll tell you that 1 is equal to the string 1. Isn't that awesome? I wish that was not, yeah. So yeah, triple equals is the way you want to go. Fun stuff. Type of nan, not a number, is a number. Is it though? I don't know. Type of says it is. It stands for not a number though. It's awesome. Fun stuff, right? Okay, so so cool. I wanted to show you that right there, because this is a really cool tool that really does help you, like here in the SEO part, right? It'll come down and tell you document does not have meta description. So like something just as simple as that, right? Meta descriptions include search results, right? Past audits. Here's ones that are not applicable. But yeah, so this is the only thing that's wrong with this, right? Is it's saying that I don't have a meta description, right? It does not have a meta description. And so all you'd have to do is, you know, come up here and on your meta tags, meta, what are they? I don't even know. What are you saying here? Is it like content? Would you say description? I don't know. I don't know about the meta tags, honestly, like other than just the, you know, like, I don't know, is there a tag for description, or do you say, I don't know. Do you know? When nan equals equal to fun stuff, right? So, oh, hey, now no one said to do that, right? We figured out it was that, right? So let's see now. Oh, I don't think I refreshed the page. Oh no, it refreshes it for you though. Let's see if that actually fixed it. I don't know what meta tag I'm supposed to use, but we'll see if that actually worked or not. No, but now our performance is back with our 99. We're rocking and rolling with our performance. Yeah, that didn't fix it. This is nice though, right? They give you a link to this, and it should tell you. Look, that's what it was. That's what I was missing. Meta name description. That's it. That's all I need. And then you can do this. So I'll just take that one right there. No, not that. I'm not trying to do any of that. And we'll drop that here. We were close. We were pretty close, right? I had the right idea. Just didn't know the specifics. Okay, now. Why'd that not give me what I wanted? Ah, look at the little handy copy. That's nice. Isn't that nice of them? Boom, right? So now we can just say here, we know what this is, the Code Hustle sticker request. Right? Bam. All right. We're in business. For business. All up in my business. Business. All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and close this Chrome one right now. We don't need it open. Color hexa, really good. In fact, we'll probably leave this up because I'm gonna grab colors from there to do our styling a little bit. All right, let me refresh this. Bam, that's huge. Did I zoom that or something? No. Why all of a sudden these so big? What did I do? Did I change something? Oh, okay. Just the labels on here are really big. Yeah, we'll fix that too, right? We can style it up. Make div in center, adding. Yeah, we're gonna do that part, right? We want to bring it down into the middle. I want to do it so that it stays centered too, like as you responsive design, right? But as I want that form to stay centered. So also, right, so here we have the form. I still think it would be better to do, I'm gonna leave the main one there. Isn't there a content, actually, is it appropriate to use? I thought there was a content tag. Add with, yeah, no, I'm going to. But what I wanted to do is actually, I want to wrap this, I'm gonna call it form, or, yeah, that's fine, I just call it form, doesn't matter. And so, and the reason I want to do this is because, why is that not? Cut that, and then we'll drop this down to the, down here. We want to put it right outside the form. All right. So I want to do that because then I want to, and so in our CSS, so we have main, I'm gonna leave that right there for now, right? But we also have now our form, which kind of looks a little funny because I have form and form, but that's a class form, right? You can call them whatever you want. Doesn't matter. So this one I'm going to give the width, right? I'm going to give this width of, I'm going to go with like 600 pixels, right? And then I am going to give it like some padding. Right now, just do something simple, right? And just give it like 20, or as we learned earlier, right? You can do P20 like that. Wow, that's the shizzle finizzle, right? We got a little padding. I am gonna want, let's do a background color on this, right? And for right now, we'll do, like what color do I want to do? I don't even know. And make it fun. Well, we got to make it themey, right? So I need to get that yellow color that I use a lot, which is not that color, but here's what I always do. I don't even really know what the, hey, why is my VS Code not letting me do the picker here? Why is that not working? That's really gonna piss me off. Sets the background color. Yeah, I know. Why am I not getting my, normally you have a color picker here that will, why am I not getting the color picker? What are you doing to me, VS Code? You are not being right tonight. Normally you click this and that gives you, there we go. Oh, that's weird. You have to hover this, not this. Okay, I guess I had to be over the text. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, as long as I figured out how to get it to work. So that goldish color is usually like this, something close to that, right? Oh, and it'll even switch. you know, if you choose this, it'll go through the different, so you could do RGB if you wanted to, which is kind of nice. I like that, right? You get to be able to just pick it out. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna do the background with that color, and then I'm gonna do a border. Yeah, let's do border 3 pixels solid. And then I am gonna do, well, let's do RGB. I'm gonna steal this same one for right now, and I'm actually just gonna kind of come in here and, oh, I like that too. They show you the comparison, so that's kind of cool, right? You get to actually see like how much darker or lighter it is of that. So I'm just gonna do that like for now, right? Just to kind of get ourselves going. So we got a background color, we got a border. Then we're gonna want to do, let's do our border. This is all the niceties that you get with like something like, yeah, we'll do shadow. With something like Bootstrap, right? It gives you all this like built in, a lot of these like make the forms look nice and whatever. But this is a good like learning, you know. I think it's good for me. I don't remember half the shit. I think it's kind of cool. Fun. We're gonna add to it. That looks huge. Okay. Obviously, we want this to be more like. Let's see what that's like. Way too big still. I don't have, this is not zoomed in, right? Oh, it is. I was gonna say, why does that look so big? And I thought, look, I did the zoom, right? Plus, right? But Command 0 should make, yeah, see? That's smaller. That's larger, and then Command 0 should bring it back down. Okay, right? Am I at 100% now? 100%. Yeah, okay, cool. What the heck was going on there the whole time? Also, what happened to my flex spot? Oh, did I add element? I need to fix that now, right? Because I messed up. I moved stuff around because it's not on the, so we could actually take this and I should be able to just move this in here. Actually move it to the top. I like to kind of keep things in kind of a specific order. And so now this should be back. Ooh, okay. That's not working. And it's funny that it wouldn't still, interesting. That's interesting. Why is it oh, is it because, it's not because of this, is it? What is it, what's this? No. Let me close. Holy crap, no. How do I get rid of this thing? I was trying to remember, I'm like, what's the shortcut for, there we go. I'm like, Option Shift A is the option to comment out. All right, let's see something here. That did not work either. I'm losing something because of, so this won't do it on this div for some reason, right? We lost our flex box action here. So it was originally on the form and that worked because it's the wrapper around. And then I put this class around it, or this div around the form itself. And this doesn't matter. Like I can show you this. I could just say this is content or something. It doesn't matter, you know. Do this flex can center in body. Yeah, I don't want to do it in the body because I don't necessarily know if I want everything centered. You know what I mean? Like, what in the flip is going on here? Oh, because I changed the name, duh. So I was just saying, because some people might have questioned, like, oh, is it because it's named form? There's already a form on there. Like, no, it doesn't have to do with that. You can call it whatever you want. So there it is. But this should still be working, right? I mean, why does this not? You can't do flex. You can do it on the form element, but you can't do it on a just standard div. Know what I mean? That just seems odd. Do the. I mean, the only thing that's different about. Oh, maybe it's because this is now. Wait a second. If I did this, would this now work? Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Let's see here. So if I did right, and what is it, like that, I think, right, for direct, like the very next, right? Isn't that what that means? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Right, so now if I say content, which is the outer div, the form itself, and then this should apply to everything inside of the form, I would have thought. Okay, yeah, right, that's right. Now, what if I take this off of here? That's okay, because, yeah, okay, that's okay. Because we're not centering this piece yet. We're just doing the elements here, right? So now if I wanted to do I actually have a main, right? I believe, don't I? Right? I have this main class, right? And so on this main class, I could also do display, flex, right? And then align. Will this work? And then would the flex direction be a row? Nope. Oh, hey, what's happening? No, that did not do it. Okay. Top 0 for the div. Inputs are inside form, form is inside div, CSS is centering div. I'm not sure what. Yeah, I thought that this would center, because this is my main, right? So I would have thought that main. Oh well, maybe it is actually. Hold on, let me. That's what I needed. It needed to be column. There we go. It's not a row. Centering a column. Right. There we go. So now we just have to figure out the this is like, it's 5 a.m. The sun's coming up. So now we just have to get this so that it's centered. Like how do you center this into the center of the page? Because we're good here, right? And this should be responsive, right? So it stays in the center the whole time. So then we have to figure out, how do we get it to stay centered? Now, is that why you were saying possibly on the body that this should be a, if you say display flex here and align item center here, it won't center vertically, will it? Go to sleep. Bye. by. Awesome, Liz. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it as always. Thanks for chilling out. I think I might need that second cup of coffee. I mean, it's 11 at night here, but you know, who cares? Who cares? We're doing some HTML in right now. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna look. I'll probably wind up looking this up because I don't know how to do the flex box stuff, but we can look it up real quick and figure out. That obviously broke it, so won't do that. I'll leave that off there. Actually, does it still work okay if you still have flex in there, but it doesn't have any like? No, that breaks it. Okay, so you cannot have like that. Does affect the other, right? Because that works, but it definitely did not like. I'm wondering though if you can still do stuff on this content thing to get this to center in the inside of the, I don't know, we'll figure it out. Cool. I can't stand the inputs. Let's see, right? Let's see what we can mess with really quick just here, because this is always fun too, and then you can copy this over. So we have our input, right? What could we do to it? The first thing is, let's give it like padding, right? Let's give it like some, like 5 pixels padding, right? We're just affecting the top one right now. So we have 5 pixels padding. Let's do like font size. I don't know what the default is right in here, but let's go a little bigger. Like, that's pretty cool. And then, oh, actually, let's see what, because I did it, but yeah, that looks fine. And we could change up the color of it too. We'll see here. We're gonna get to, but so you should be able to then also say like border radius. Let's do 3. Let's go 5. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go. What does 8 pixels look like? It's because this is a required. That's why. So that actually is not horrible. 8 pixels. It might be a little too much border radius, but I don't know. Actually, 8's not too bad. It's kind of a happy medium. Go with like 6, 7, 8, 7's just right. I don't know. We'll go with 7. Why not? We'll be odd instead of doing the everybody uses, right? 8, 6. So then we'll do border. Maybe 2 pixels, or maybe no border at all. That might look good. Or let's do border 2 pixels solid, and then let's just pick that for right now, and then I'm gonna do this. Grab the color picker, right? I'm gonna grab the border of that, right? So now that looks right. It kind of matches. Let's see if we go maybe 3 to just stand it out a little bit more. That looks all right. It's not not shabby. But then I just come in here. I'd like take this, copy it, right? Go over here, be like, so this should apply to all inputs, right? So if I refresh here, bam, see? So now we're starting to get some nicer looking form elements, right? Word up. They're all red with that highlighting too, because I made them all required fields. So you can't leave them blank. Like if you try to do this, right, it tells you, please fill out this field. Isn't that nice? HTML5, baby. In the house. All right, since I'm probably gonna go for like 30 minutes, an hour more, I'm gonna grab some more coffee really quick. I'm gonna be right back. It'll literally be like 2 minutes. Be right back. Okay, we're back. All right, cool. So we have, okay, we got to figure out how to get this centered, right? So let's try that. Oh, maybe they talk about it in here. Find, let's say, this is a good, oh, this is to grid, sorry. Center div X and Y flex, right? Let's see. Justify content center and align items center. Okay. Let's see what this says. So I can just snag it. Right? But bam. How to center anything with HTML and CSS. Yeah, let's flex box center. Come on, tell me. Flex, align items. I think this is what Ethan might have just wrote. Align item center, justify content, align item center, justify content center. But it looks like you do want the flex direction. Okay, so is that gonna work on our, right, if I do this on, oh no, that's working fine. I would need to, let's just do it up here like you said, right? Is that gonna do us just, I feel like this is gonna break this. That did not work. Right, and is it, let's see, I put on body. Let's put it on, do I have anything on? I do have, yeah. And content. I still feel like, okay, no, I mean, okay. If it's 100 vertical height, then it will center in the middle of the page. If I make the what, or do I need to do something, ay cabrón. Or do I need to do something like this and actually tell it like it's 100%? Do you have to do something silly like that? There you go. Booyah. There we go. Word up. I think I want to go, I think I want to make, oh, what am I doing? Not the border. I want to do the, radius. I think I want to make this one like the same. Like we'll go 8 on that one too. I feel like that's good. 8, we said, right? Let's switch it over. Where were we at? Border, here we go, right? So all right, we'll change this to 8. Okay, so that'll be looking good. Perfecto, right? Thank you, Ethan, for the, yeah, so I guess I can go 100%, right? Is just make it take up the whole. Good to know. All right, so we got something. We are getting there. Now I'm trying to think how yeah, let's just do, okay, so now let's, on our HTML, let's come here and inside of the content, I think, let's put an image. Source will be, we'll put it inside of an images folder, and we'll call this sticker for now. I don't know what it, is actually called. Oh, did I forget to put? Okay, so I'm just doing that real quick for right now, and then I will create a new folder here, right? We're gonna go images, and then in there we will add, let's see, I think I'm pretty sure that I have, let's go here to documents. I thought I have a folder called images, Code Hustle. There we go. So yeah, I actually have a PNG. That's not the actual, though. Let's see. There we go, like that, right? So I'm gonna copy this, copy that one there, and let's see. I thought I had a shortcut, but it's all good. Okay, so we'll go back up to GitHub. We'll go into our, what did I call it? I'm like, I don't even remember anymore. Sticker or something, right? Basic, started with an S, I thought. Site, there it is. Site, basic Twitch. No, wait, that's not it. Is it? Yeah, right? I'm already forgetting what the heck where I'm putting stuff. Or naming things. Here we go. Okay, paste the item in there. Bam, right? Here's an easy way too. You can go like this. Copy, right? Come over here. Make sure we got the right. I hate that does that too. Like makes me, like, you see how it like doesn't right away, it won't like click. It's like dragging it instead of, I hate that. That's so, I don't know why it does that inside of like the URL there. All right, let's see. So that's the actual name. It is a PNG though. All right, so if I save that, right, we should get an image up here, and then we'll mess with that, right? It's huge. We don't want it that big. So we can mess with the image either via, sometimes this is actually the easiest thing to do on image tags, I find. Like just give it a width here and say like 150. Right, old school. The first step is done in my project. I'll send a small vid and then oh sweet, nice, definitely do that. All right, that might be a little too small. Maybe we'll go 200, right? We'll save that one. And then, you know, I mean, we could do probably, right, div content. We could probably do class content to the image. If like we wanted to center it CSS, I mean, honestly, you could old school it and put a center tag around it. That would work, right? But you could also come in here, right, and do something like content image, right? And then actually, can we you can this is such a weird thing for some reason, but this always seems to work. No, it's not working now. All right. Used to be able to do that on oh, that's because image is not, yeah, okay. I thought you could. Is it because, why is that not? But you used to be able to trick it with that, like, I guess not. I don't know why I thought that you used to be able to do stuff like that and that would work. So I'm trying to think how would be the easiest way to center that in CSS. You can't really do, because we already have a flag, which is, I'm kind of surprised, in all honesty, that, oh, is that because, so would that be its own, like, can you do this? I don't know this about the flex box thing. So if I was, like, let's say if I was to do this, right, and then do this to the image tag instead, right? Will that work? I feel like that's not. No, okay, I kind of didn't think it would, but what I did, not to images, okay. Because I was thinking, I was like, shouldn't this get aligned? But yeah, no. You must need a div for images. Or, I mean, in all honesty, again, like, you could do old school. I mean, it's still a valid tag. What the hell? I hate when this thing doesn't work right. Although it's not actually, it might not like that. That's why it's in white. Maybe you can't use that. I mean, it's still valid, but it's probably deprecated. If the image is in the same container as the form, it will align. And I mean, technically you could, I guess. It doesn't really make sense to do that, right? Because you're kind of like, semantically, that's not correct, right? You really shouldn't put like the image inside of the form element, I guess, technically, right? Technically. Never heard of center tag. Yeah, I mean, that's what's funny, right? It used to, or am I just making shit up? Center tag, not supported in HTML5, that's why, see? So, what to use instead, it says, is this, and I've used that a bunch, and I thought you could do that on images, and that used to work too. But yeah, this tag used to be a valid. Obviously, it's not anymore. See how old school I am? Very old, right, Mohammed? Or Ethan, very old, right, Ethan? All right, cool. So we have, I mean, I guess we could leave it there, but I don't know if that's really, but whatever. So now, we want these buttons to be next to each other, right? So what is the best way for us to have these buttons be side by side? Thoughts? Do we just which ones? The get stickers and the clear button. These buttons here, clear and get stickers. I'd want them to be side by side at the bottom. I'm assuming I could just wrap it in a div, I guess, right? Although is that not good either? I'm just thinking about that. I found something cool. Nice. Dark mode JS. Is it like how to turn any website into dark mode? I would wrap it. Yeah, right. Is it valid? I'm just like thinking, is it valid to do a div inside of a form element like that? Is that? I guess it would complain, right? Actually, I mean, it would tell me that was probably not a great idea. Class, and we'll call this, we called this something, right? Didn't I give this a name? No, I guess not. Okay. Okay, so form buttons, right? We'll call it. Keep it simple. We'll create a class for it over here, right? Form right? What I call it, form buttons. If it's not an equal sign. All right, so there we go, right? We got form button. That's pretty cool. Oh, did you go look at his thing? You can paste a 4-line of code and website will have night mode widget. Nice. Put it under the form then. Yeah, but then you lose the actions, right? Although I guess it won't matter because we're gonna submit them not via like a regular post anyway, right? So it doesn't really matter what we'll do it via JavaScript. So it kind of doesn't matter actually, now that I'm thinking about it. For that matter, then I guess it really doesn't matter that these are typed as reset or submit. You do this when you're doing a actual, like inside the form, if your method on here was to post to some whatever .php file or something, right, or whatever. Yeah, so imagine if I send Rickroll redirect. It's happened. So yeah, I mean, you could, like you said, you could move these out, right? Because well, let's just see something really quick. If I save this and go over here and refresh this, does it give me warnings or anything that says that that's not a good idea? But I do like how right off the bat it already put them side by side without doing anything but wrapping it in a div. That is interesting too. I wonder. Cool. So now though, we want to like make these look better, right? So let's do, let's click on this button, right? Let's go here. Let's first pick the background color. I'm gonna go with a background color, form method post path slash, right? Yeah, exactly. Post to itself, yo, right? So color, yeah, I'm just gonna do, I just pick anything right now. And then I'm gonna use my handy dandy little thing here and my color picker. And then I'm gonna pick this brown. Actually, let's see something real quick here, because they are different depending. The bottom one is, where the heck is, hold on 1 second. Yeah. Sorry about that, I had to respond. Okay, cool, so we have, I'm gonna use this brown right there. Actually, let's choose up here. This is the lighter of the brown, right? And then I want the border, I'm gonna do similar, right? Like 3 pixels solid. And then, oh, hey, go back. And then just pick anything, and then I'm gonna go here, use that color picker tool, right? I'm gonna pick the darker now of this side. I'm like, is that it? Yeah, okay. There you go, so now we're getting some color differences there. Okay, I'm going to smoke right there. All right, so, okay, so let's do this. We're gonna give some padding on this thing, right? Let's do like maybe 5 pixels. Or maybe let's do padding. Like, so let's do 5 on the top and then like maybe 8 on the sides. Like that, maybe. Kind of gives it a little bit more space there. Then we'll do border radius here, right? And then let's do, well, we can maybe do 5 on this, so it's not too crazy. That looks pretty good. Yeah, all right. And then let's go with our color. We're gonna want to go at least white for now, just to see. But I think I want to maybe kind of give it a little bit of a, so it's not like pure white, you know what I mean? Like, don't want it to be pure white. Okay, and then let's do font. Hey, no, come on now. Give me the font, yo. No, I don't want size. Just font. I'm gonna shorthand it. Font, right? What do you do? It's the size first, right? 16 pixels. Bold. Mono. Right, isn't it something like that? Mono space. I don't know. Is that even the? Let's just do this one. Was it Arial? Something like that. Is that right? What did I do wrong? Tell me the hints. It won't tell me. It won't tell me. I thought that was right, but I can tell that's not taking. What is it? What is the shorthanded? It's been too long, yo. So basically, input ID something, name something, type text. Oh wait, hold on. Then add input name something so you can access input data by body something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's low.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, so here I just wanted to see if you do font. It used to hint to you. That's what's driving me nuts, is that like I'm not getting that hinting that I normally really like. It would show you the pattern. Like I thought it was size, like, and then like the font, I thought, but I can't remember now. So you want to make it working form? Yeah, we will. I'm actually gonna use the form to submit to an API that's gonna keep like a document database, like something that's like running Mongo or whatever. Like, there's a couple of services out there I think that offer up like free API service, so you could just like point to it and store some data. You could just keep content up there, like content APIs or something like that. I think they're called, right? And so I was gonna just tie this into that. So this is really like a Jamstack. If you haven't heard of a Jamstack, the JavaScript API and markup. So we have our markup in JavaScript that's going to happen here. And then the API is what houses the data. And so this is basically just like a static site, right? And then, but that's what's called the Jamstack. So, yeah, I can't stand that that's not giving me my, I want to see what it is because it's going to bother me. CSS font. Right, size. Oh, okay, so it's so it's bold, then the size, then the, okay, that's what I'm missing. I'm doing it backwards. You know what I mean? Although they're doing it here. Oh, but it's just leaving it, I guess, but I still did it backwards, so it still complained about that. I like this. This is cool. So what you can do, normal, monospace, font weight, bold, 16 pixels, line height. We don't need that really. I mean, we don't have, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna go with that. And then so what, this is your, that's cool. I like that. It gives you a little thing. So this was bold 16 Arial, right? So in here, bold 16 Arial. Oh, and this has to be like that, right? Booyah, right? So this should work. Form buttons, I believe I have that. Let's see. Right? Oh, wait, hold on. Where did you go? Form buttons. Oh, form buttons. Button. Right? That should work, I think. There we go. Boom, right? Ah, I just erased all my colors. It's all good. All right, cool. So here we can just do it here, and then we'll do it again. So we did a background color, right? Color, and we'll just, like I said, just get a color in there. Makes it easy. In fact, actually, just keep going here. Background border. We said like 5 pixels solid. And we'll go white on this again right now, just for now. And then border radius, and we did something like 8 pixels, I think, right? And then background color. Okay, I think that was it for right now. So then let's change this. We'll go background color with the color picker. We're gonna go lighter on the outside or the inside and darker on the border, right? So I'm gonna pick that, and I'm gonna pick this, right? Then you get a nice little thing. That's a little too much on that border there. We had it at 3. The radius I don't like either. I think we had it must have been a little bit low. I think we did 7. Right? There we go for the video. Cool, good. Definitely put it in there, and put the video in there. That'd be awesome. Totally appreciate it. All right, cool. I definitely want these. I want these form elements to be bigger too. So I think. Oh, so now we got a color, right? And oh, and then we also need to do some padding. We had like 5 and I think about 8, something like that, right? And then I think we want to go like font variant. Let's go uppercase maybe, right? Isn't it? It is variant, isn't it? No, font. What's it called? Font. Yeah, I thought it was font. Did that change? Is that something different now? No, there it is. Font variant right there. Font variant. Why am I not seeing? What do they call it? Small caps? Capital? What is, why is it not, where's uppercase? Oh, is it text? Text, I can't remember what the name of, no, why can't I think of this? Transform, thank you. Text, I'm like, I know it's something, thank you very much. Uppercase. I'm like, why am I not finding this? All right, cool, so that works, right? For now, I'm gonna steal all this real quick so that I don't lose it, and we'll just paste that into here, right? So that'll get us started at our base. That's on the Discord. Sweet, man. I'll check it out. All right, so now we have our, that's funny. Look, it doesn't even, because they're, put the cursor pointer on there, right? So that we get the little hand when we go over it. All right, we are getting there. I definitely want these to be larger, right? So like, how big do we want those? Let's see. If I do button, or I mean input, right? Let's see if we want to do, oh, actually maybe the width should just be like 100%, and then, oh, that's too much. That's too much. Yeah, we can go with a fixed, maybe fixed would be better on the inside of here. So I don't know, let's start playing around with some sizes here. Looks good to me. The labels look too skinny. Yeah, I'm gonna get through. I'm gonna keep cleaning it up. That's too much, maybe. Maybe like right there. 300 seems pretty good. I kind of like that. But I also feel like I want more. I think I want more padding in here. Maybe go 8. Yeah. I think that'll work. Right. Input. All right, so that should be good, right? I'm gonna have to start wrapping it up here shortly. Cool. We could fix the text in there too. I kind of want it to be like, well, this background color, I don't know. Let's look at that too. Let's say background color. Oh, way too dark. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Let's do maybe not quite enough. That's not too bad. E. Let's see. Maybe like right there. F3s. That'll work. Kind of like that. We'll keep that one, right? So we got F, and then the text inside when you type, I don't like that. So shouldn't this be, oh, font size is 14. Let's go, what happens when I go 18? Oh. And now, can you actually, yeah, right, you can do, I'm just messing with this like that real quick. Yeah, okay, you can do, cool. All right, so the color, wonder what it would look like with this. Not bad. Do something with line height. Why? It's not bad. Not too shabby. Let's see. What about weight? Bold. Oh yeah. I like that. And I think it's too much. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I am curious if this is going to work. If I do on the label here, no, didn't think so. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to do something with these, right? Something different. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that. Okay, we'll figure it out. I wish there was a way that in your, because this is a flexed, like if there was a way for me to, you know what I mean? Like, because this is part of the controlled items inside of there via flex, you would think that you could just like do stuff specifically just on like the element in there. So like, if this makes sense, so like so like on this form, right, I have display at flex, align the items, which is like everything inside of the form, right, in the center. But it'd be cool if that, like I said, okay, overall I want everything to be aligned center and the flex direction to be a column. But then like on this specific label, I would like to align its content to say the start, or to, you know what I mean? For those buttons are too, yeah, I'm not done styling it yet. Align, self, justify self. Oh, nice. Ethan for the win. Nice, nice. Yeah, no, I know the buttons. I'm gonna push them out and do some margin on them and stuff. Okay, so that works. Align, start. And then what's the easiest way though? I'm gonna head off. Yeah, I need to get out of here too, man. It's like 11:44. I need to cut out. So hold on, let's do this really quick, right? Let me open up another really quick here, and let's get the git status on this. All right, so we have a buddy git add all. Hey, shh! You barking at, crazy dog? Git add all, git commit message, and we're gonna say whatever first push. Right, git commit first push. That adds all that, and then we'll say git push. All right, so now, right, we should have our code here. Bam, we're good to go, right? So now we have it stored. We can come back to it and start it up and finish up on that some more tomorrow. So we got pretty far on this. We need to clean up some more CSS. We need to do something with the background. I'm going to do something else back there. Put some other linkages up here too, maybe to, you know, say, hey, here's how you can find us on Twitter and Twitch and whatnot, and maybe some other resources or something. And then this will just be the center content. But I want to do something fun with like the background, like maybe something that's moving or something like that's fun, you know, like kind of just make it, try to learn something new there. Maybe something that actually is interactive a little bit, like if your mouse is moving, it like kind of does something like geometric shapes or something weird like that. All right, cool, man. Folks, humans, appreciate you all stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the tips and advice, Ethan, especially on the Flexbox stuff. Obviously, you've been doing some flexing, not just in rugby. But yeah, you all have a good night, and we'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, right? Let name equal prompt. What time is it? Game time. Whew. That's what the Chicago Bulls used to say before their game. What time is it? Game time. Whew. Go watch that documentary on Netflix. It's awesome. Called The Last Dance, about Michael Jordan. It's really cool. I grew up in that time, so I used to watch him when I was in junior in high school. Have a good one, Jerry. You too, Mohammed. Peace out. We'll see. Should we raid somebody? Should we raid somebody? People? people in chat. Let me get onto Twitch really quick. If you want to hang on for a second, for 1 second, we could go raid somebody really quick. Just go jump in and say hi, and then we'll get out of here. Who do we got? I like to look here because it makes it easy. Not really too many. We got Strager at 64. Let's Callow Creation. We could raid Callow. How do I get to my thing? I always forget how to do this. How do I get to my thing? Oh, I'm not even on the right person. Oh, I'm not even on the right. Oh, I can't even do it that way. How do you do? I don't even know how you do that from. Damn it. Maybe we won't raid. I don't know. Let's see. Hang tight, folks. Hold on. Let's see. Sorry, it's taking too long. I'm sorry, I apologize. Here we go, yo. Hold on. It's so slow. Where do we do this at? Isn't it? I always forget create a dashboard, right? I'm so bad at this, but come back tomorrow. We'll finishing up on the HTML. We'll get the thing going. Come on, where is the? I know that there's a place that you do the. Why am I missing this? Damn it! Where is it? On the channel, or is it over here? How do you do the manage stream? That's what I want, right? Damn it! Sorry, guys. Sorry, folks. Come on, let's go say something to somebody. Really, this loads so slow. Fucking A. God damn it. It was enough curse words right there in the end. Let's raid a channel. Cal. Low. Come on. Is that gonna show up? There it is. Callow Creation. Let's go raid him. Go. Raid it up. Where does it do the whole raid now? Raid now! 3 viewers ready to raid. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's raid them up with 3. It's all good. Just saying, hey. Now, what do you do? Do you end it here? Raid now. Raid now. All right, we'll see you later. Peace.